So Krishna appeared. Ta samavira bitshorai smayamana mukambuja pitambara dharashravi shakshan manmata manmata. Shri Krishna appeared, and all the Brija Gopis and Srimati Radhika's hearts was like a desert, as again a cloud, the rain cloud of Shri Krishna. Why is Krishna described to be like a darkish bluish rain cloud? Because the desert-like heart, thirsty for his love, when it finally appears in our life, then all of Krishna's Sham Ras, all it is loving mellows, comes into our heart, and our heart becomes completely cooled and satiated. Bolo Jai Jai Shri. So just in summary, in conclusion, I mentioned this verse, but I didn't describe it. So there's two verses by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Prem Samput, verse 54-55. Srimati Radhika describes the nature of love. She says that love cannot be understood by someone who hasn't experienced and realized it, and so therefore no words can truly describe it. Those who don't have it and who speak about it as if they have it, they are cheaters and frauds. She said love can never be broken. So this is like her meditation on her own love in one way. Because one time Krishna came in the form of disguised as a heavenly damsel dancer. And he asked Radharani after this rasa dance, actually, sometime after this story happened. And he said, "Oh Radhe, I also heard this song of Krishna's flute, and I came and I saw the rasa dance. I didn't participate, but I saw it. And I saw how beautiful Krishna is, but then I saw how he treated you. And I felt a bitterness towards him. I thought, how can it be like this? This is not proper. And so, but your love is pure. You're only one-pointed. You only love Krishna. Your love is spotless. But yet he neglected you, especially you, Radharani. So I don't know. I cannot appreciate that Krishna. And I think you should also leave that Krishna. Never think of him anymore." That's my advice. And Radharani listened for a long time. And finally she said, "You don't understand what is prem. What is prem? Let me tell you." She said, love is so powerful that any obstacle in its path only strengthens it. And Srimati Radhika says, love is like a lion. Any obstacle in its path, it may be a great elephant-like obstacle, but that lion-like love will devour the obstacle and become more strong by consuming the problems. It becomes more powerful. And then she said, love completely disregards dog-like obstacles. Like a lion doesn't waste his time with insignificant dogs. Doesn't waste his time. She said, love is like a lamp. The darker the situation, the more difficult the position you are in, the brighter love shines. And it can never go out. She said, love is completely confident, has no fear. Like a lion sleeps in the open with no walls, right? No security guards. A lion with its pack. It's completely confident, fearless. It has a certain pride, lion's pride. What's that pride? Of its confidence in its loving relationship. It knows that its love can never be broken. She says that not by one's own beloved, not by any external influences, one's family, society, any kind of karma or planetary influence, nothing can stop or put a halt or weaken true love. So Srimati Radhika described love like this. And ultimately, we see in our line that our ultimate aspiration is to, like our Gurudev would say, he taught us, what is our prayer? Padabjayostava vina varadasya meva nanyat kadapi samaye kila deviyache sakyayate mamarasostu rasostu satyam dasyayate mamarasostu rasostu satyam. I don't have time to get into this topic. If we had 2-3 more days, we'd talk about this. But this is the direction we're pointing in. Okay? Gurudev, before he would start any class, he would always sing these verses. Ha Devi Kaku Baragad Gada Yadyavacha Yache Nipatya Bhuvi Dandavadud Bhatarti Asya Prashadam Abudasya Janasya Kritva Gandharvike Nijagane Gananam Videhi Tave Vasmi Najivami Taya Vina Iti Vigyaya Devi Tvam nayamam charanantike. Gurudev explains that as jivas, in this line, especially of our Guru Maharaj's line, for the most part, we're aspiring for this Mudav to become the maidservant of Srimati Radhika. Tat tat bhav ichamai bhakti means, it's a long topic, but it means that we want to serve her love for Sri Krishna. And we experience her experience of love for Sri Krishna. And it's described to be like, a manjari means a bud on a vine, on a creeper. There's a flower and then there's like the tulsi manjari. And the Krishna bee, when he is meeting with the flower, Srimati Radhika, the manjari is quivering. It means it experiences her love and her mood. And this is described in books like Vilapusa Manjali, Brajvilastava, and so many beautiful books of our Goswamis. That's our treasure waiting for us. When we're qualified, we can relish. Like Gurudev said, you don't know now, but you must know in due course. He said this is for senior devotees. So what is a senior devotee? Gurudev said very clearly, senior devotee, Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada said, senior devotee means if you're practicing nicely for some years, 5, 10 years, chanting japa, doing programs, continuing, if you're a devotee like this, 10 years or more, you must understand what is the goal of life and how can you achieve that goal of life and what is your sambandha, what is your relationship. You must understand all these tattvas. So if you don't understand Srimati Radhika, then what is your devotional life? Therefore, we should try to advance in our bhakti. So Gurudev would pray, Ha Devi Kaku, clenching a straw between my teeth, falling at your lotus feet. I'm praying, when will you accept me amongst your followers, your associates, your gun, your Vadab Jayos Tavavina, Dasyas to stay, Mumarasos Rasos Statyam. I relish that nectar, that sweetness of your eternal loving service. I don't want to compete, I don't want to fight, I just want to be in your group, in your shelter. Radha Padamboja Sudamburasi. How do we do that? Therefore we take shelter of Sachinandan Gaur Hari. We'll conclude with this point. We pray to Sachinandan Gaur Hari, who is Krishna, coming to teach us the glory of Srimati Radhika and to relish that glory of her love himself. So he says, our Goswamis say, Yatha yatha gaura padara vinde vindeta bhakti krita punya rashi tata tathut sarpita hridyakasmad radha padamboja sudamburasihi. That as much as you can develop devotion for the lotus feet of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Dasya, mood of servant of Mahaprabhu, that much you'll automatically start to relish the nectar of the lotus service of the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. So therefore we are all Gauriyas. Gauriya means followers of Sachinandan Gaur Hari, but who is Gauranga? Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, the follower of Srimati Radhika. Then we can understand who is Gauranga. Without Gaurangi, there is no Gauranga. Why? Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radha Bhava Dyuti Suvalitam Nomi Gaura Swarupam. Mahaprabhu is Krishna who is begged from Srimati Radhika, her complexion and her mood and her love, so that he can relish it and he can teach and distribute it.